Hey guys, welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show, and today we've got another offering from AVI-8 watches. Today I'm going to unbox the AVI-8 Centenary 1980s Flyboy model number AV-4061-03. And what can I say? I'm absolutely loving AVI-8 watches at the moment. I love how different they are in design. Those of you that have never come across the brand before, they are a micro brand, but they take their inspiration from aviation, aircrafts, the Royal Air Force. And the Flyboy model was launched late 2018, and they really pay tribute to the 1920s, 1940s, 1960s and 1980s Royal Air Force. And today's watch we have in hand is the 1980s model. It is a limited edition, but let's get into the unboxing, the mini review. I will be reviewing the watch in 6 months' time to give you more of an accurate review in terms of reliability and how well the watch has fared over the last 6 months. But this is just an initial review, first impression, unboxing, my initial feeling when I first look at the watch, and I'll give you an update in 6 months' time. But let's have a look at the box. I love the military themed box, very cool indeed. As you can see, you've got the AVI-8 logo on top there, very nicely done. This will really appeal to your aviation enthusiast, your aviation watch nerd, someone like myself. I do like aviation. Like I said in my previous video, last summer in 2018, I visited the RAF Museum, and I love the history of the Royal Air Force. I love military planes. I don't know what it is. I'm just attracted to that type of environment. That history is absolutely brilliant. I've just so engaged with it. I love it. But let's pop this box open to get a closer look at the 1980s Flyboy. And as you can see, the theme continues with the cushion and the strap. But what do you get inside? Let's have a look here. What is this exactly? This is AVI-8 Centenary 1980s limited edition. So this watch is a limited edition. It doesn't have a number or anything like that, so I don't know what the production run will be. But as you can see here, there is a little bit of history about the 1980s. In an increasingly bipolar superpower. Okay, look, anyway, just to cut it short, so I don't have to read all of this to you guys, these watches really take inspiration from the Royal Air Force, and this one is taking inspiration from the 1980s. But let's have a look at the watch. This is what you're here to see. So let's take this watch off the watch cushion. Bear with me, guys. Now, before I give you my first impression, let's just talk about the specification of this watch, the size for starters. And looking at the diameter of this watch, although on the website it says 43 millimeters, I measured it at 42 millimeters. Now, from lug to lug, you're looking at 48.2 millimeters. The thickness of the watch is, I believe, around about 14.5 millimeters. It is a sapphire crystal, and the movement this watch has is the Miyota 8218 manual wind, but no hacking. You can see that it's actually been decorated there. I know the 8218 movement is used in quite a lot of micro brands. Very reliable automatic movements, around about 40 hours plus power reserve. Reliable, robust, bit of a safe choice they've gone for there. But yeah, there is no hacking. Now, the strap is like a solid strap, I have to say. Its lug width is 22 millimeters and it tapers down to 20. But let's take a closer look at the dial of this watch. And my first impressions was, wow, this is a little bit different. It's not a traditional aviation design. And let's just move the hands there so you can see the dial properly. It's not your traditional looking design. The designers from AVI-8 have not gone the orthodox route. They've gone and designed something that is original, and I give them credit for that, because I've never seen a timepiece look like this before. There's no aviation timepiece on the market from any watch brand that even looks similar to this particular design of the dial. Now, looking at the dial, and let's just get this into focus, it is a layered dial. And one thing I do notice that it's very legible, this dial, with the indices and the numeral markers very clearly done. I like the sword hands as well. I haven't checked the lume on this watch. I'll do that in the 6 months review to see how it fares. But if you look closely at the top half of the dial, there's a see-through layered dial there. You've got another layer there with the AVI-8. And if you look at the second half of the dial, it's got a sand sort of blasted finish on there. And the second sub-dial is like an airplane gauge. Very cool in design, very legible in terms of what you would expect in a aviation timepiece, because it's so important that you have a little glance at your watch and you can tell the time very quickly. But look, you know, this won't be for everybody. I think design wise, I've had mixed reviews from people that I've shown the watch to. Some people have absolutely loved it, and some people thought, no, it's a bit of a dog for whatever reason. So for me, I was sitting on the fence at the beginning, but now that I've looked at the watch, it's grown on me. I'm loving it even more. I love the originality. It's not the norm. It's not your orthodox design. Finishing is, I believe, is some sort of, I don't know the type of finishing. There's no information on AVI-8 watches in terms of the type of finishing of this, but it's either iron plated or ionic gold ionic black plating, or it's a black PVD. But feeling it, I believe it's iron plated. I might be wrong. I might need to touch base with AVI-8 watches to find out exactly how they've actually executed the case. But it feels good. It feels quite sturdy on the wrist. I'm loving the strap as well, with that military theme. Leather lining underneath. It's really cool. It feels indestructible. Quite stiff though. I guess I'll have to break the strap in. So over 6 months I can let you know how the strap fares as well. But sapphire crystal, a little bit of glare, I have to say. I would have preferred maybe an anti-reflective coating, but this watch comes in at £280. So it's very competitive, very original. There's not anything else out there like this, I have to say. But look at the crown. The crown, that is their logo. That is the logo of like the Royal Air Force. It's not just a machine finish. But I do like it. It's quite stealth, I have to say. Discreet, but look at that dial. If you look closely at the top of that dial, you can see the transparent layer. I love the sword hands. I love the other layered AVI-8 where the logo is. I love the second sub dial, like an airplane gauge. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. Very original. I give credit to AVI-8 for trying something different. They haven't played it safe with this particular timepiece, I have to say. With all their range, they're very adventurous in their design, I have to say. You know, it is very gimmicky. It's not something that you'd probably use if you're a real pilot, that's for sure. It's very much a tribute to the Royal Air Force in the 1980s, the Flyboy. And it's a cool piece. It's something interesting. If you want something a bit different in your collection, you know, it's not a foundation piece or anything like that. Like I said before, always stick to the well-known brands if you're looking to build a foundation collection first and then reach out to different types of watches. This is definitely a cool add-on watch to build on your original collection. But for £280, you can't really go wrong with it. Good movement, sapphire crystal, original design. If you like aviation, this is a limited edition. Let's just have a look at the back case, what it says about this limited edition. 1980s, 50 meters water resistant, sapphire crystal. It doesn't have a production number, so I don't know how limited this really is or what batch it is, or maybe they're just going to make it for a couple of years. I do not know, but it does say limited edition. It doesn't really state what production model it is. But very cool. You know, it's a cool piece. Exhibition clear case back. And yeah, I like it. It's cool. If you're into your aviation pieces, you want something a bit different, it's definitely something you should consider. If you just want something different, it's a bit of a conversation piece, isn't it? Something totally different to the norm, I have to say. So credit to AVI-8 designers for producing something original, which is always good to hear, especially for the micro brands. They do tend to take a lot of inspiration from the traditional watch manufacturers. So AVI-8, well done. I'll give you a thumbs up for originality. Overall, pretty decent. I'll let you know how it fares in my 6-month review. Give you a general update of how the timepiece is going. But don't forget, if you like this watch, I have got a promo code that will give you an additional 20% off this timepiece. Check the link in the description. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love the content. Click that little bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I've got a lot more coming on the channel. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.